Which side are you on? Tell me, which side are you on? Which side are you on? We'll fight against DOGE. We'll fight Elon Musk. No Elon scab within our walls. We'll fight from dawn to dusk. Oh, which side are you on? Which side are you on? Trump's coming for our unions. He wants us all to fail. He wants us to bow to him, but we want him in jail. They say in the capital city, there are no neutrals found. You're either with the union or a scabby Musk bloodhound. Oh, which side are you on?
Do you think Musk's approach then is from a position of insecurity about XAI?
Probably his whole life is from a position of insecurity. I feel for the guy.
You feel for him?
I do, actually. I don't think he's like a happy person. I do feel for him.
Okay. Do you worry that he has this proximity to the president and that he can influence the decision-making of the U.S. presidency and policies around this agenda on AI?
Not particularly. Maybe I should, but not particularly. I mean, I try to just wake up and think about like how we're going to make our technology better.
Okay.
The disruptor-in-chief, Elon Musk, who apparently has adopted the alias, at least he changed his social media handle to Harry Balls.
This is next level hating. I have never seen anybody get this much hate, probably since Tupac was alive. Elon Musk is the new Tupac. This is out of control. These people are literally standing in a group at a protest singing, "Which side are you on?" What? Do you know how foolish y'all look? Making a song? Oh my goodness. This is crazy. This is really crazy because all that Elon Musk and the Department of Government Efficiency are doing is exposing all of the fraudulent activity that has been happening within our government that they haven't been telling us about because they haven't been getting any audits. The Pentagon has failed every audit. So, I mean, come on, at some point we have to see where our money is going. And it is quite strange that so many people that are on a $200,000 salary are worth $75, $100 million. Chuck Schumer's worth $75 million, allegedly. And the guy's on a $225,000 salary. Like, make it make sense. You guys are telling me that all of these people are just that good at investing? Cut it out. Let's see what Speaker of the House Mike Johnson has to say about DOGE because he likes it.
I met with Elon yesterday about this to get an update, and to me, it's very exciting what they're able to do because what Elon and the DOGE effort is doing right now is what Congress has been unable to do in recent years because the agencies have hidden some of this from us. You know, there's a lot of oversight activity that goes on around here all the time, you all know, but when duly elected representatives of the people request information to find all of these abuses and it's not turned over to us, what it takes is an actual audit of the systems and the files themselves that are often hidden from Congress. That's what you're seeing right now. And that's why this is so exciting. They're uncovering things that we have known intuitively have been there, but we couldn't prove it. Now the proof is being provided, and no one can argue the counter to that. So stay tuned. There's a lot more to come. And I think the courts should take a step back and allow these processes to play out. What we're doing is good and right for the American people. What DOGE is doing is making sure that your taxpayer dollars, all of us, are spent in the way that they're intended to be spent and that they're in America's interest and they're financially responsible with the precious taxpayers' money. We have a $36 trillion federal debt, and we have got to get a hold of these things. You're going to see it reflected in the reconciliation package that comes forward. You're going to see it reflected in appropriations as we go forward, and you're going to see it in these efforts to cut the waste, fraud, and abuse. And we think the final number on that is going to be substantial and a game changer in Washington for the country.
Recently, Elon Musk was at the White House in the Oval Office at a press conference with President Trump and had this to say.
So at a high level, if you say, what is the goal of DOGE and I think a significant part of the presidency is to restore democracy. This may seem like, well, aren't we in a democracy? Well, if you don't have a feedback loop, okay, X, we would have to, if you sorry. So, I tell you, gravitas can be difficult sometimes. If there's not a good feedback loop from the people to the government, and if you have rule of the bureaucrat, or if the bureaucracy is in charge, and then what meaning does democracy actually have? If the people cannot vote and have their will be decided by their elected representatives in the form of the president and the Senate and the House, then we don't live in a democracy, we live in a bureaucracy. So it's incredibly important that we close that feedback loop, we fix that feedback loop, and that the public's elected representatives, the president, the House, and the Senate, decide what happens, as opposed to a large, unelected bureaucracy. This is not to say that there are good people who are in the federal bureaucracy, but you can't have an autonomous federal bureaucracy. You have to have one that is responsive to the people. That's the whole point of a democracy. And if you looked at this, if you looked at the founders today and said, what do you think of the way things have turned out? Well, we have this unelected, fourth unconstitutional branch of government, which is the bureaucracy, which has, in a lot of ways, currently more power than any elected representative. And this is not something that people want, and it's not. It does not match the will of the people. So it's just something we've got to fix. And then we've also got to address the deficit. So we've got a $2 trillion deficit, and if we don't do something about this deficit, the country's going bankrupt. I mean, it's really astounding that the interest payments alone on the national debt exceed the Defense Department budget, which is shocking because we spend a lot of money on defense. But if that just keeps going, we're essentially going to bankrupt the country. So what I really want to say is, like, it's not optional for us to reduce the federal expenses. It's essential. It's essential for America to remain solvent as a country, and it's essential for America to have the resources necessary to provide things to its citizens and not simply be servicing vast amounts of debt.
Senator John Kennedy is back at it again, calling out the other members of Congress with Elon Musk and DOGE, and he's pretty upset because he knows that money is getting laundered and a lot of these people are putting money in their pockets. Check it out.
It strikes me as breathtakingly ironic. The cynic might say cynical, that the people who are screaming so loudly about President Trump's decision to audit federal spending are the very same people under President Biden who wanted to hire 80,000 new IRS agents with guns to audit the American people. As I've said before, if it weren't for double standards, there wouldn't be any standards at all in this town. The battle lines are drawn, Mr. President. The battle lines are drawn. Some of my colleagues have decided to support the bureaucracy and the spending porn over the American taxpayer. That's what they've done. And some of the same people, it's not just my Democratic colleagues, there are many people in Washington, D.C. that have grouped together and they've circled the wagons and they've decided to support the spending porn and the bureaucrats over the American taxpayer. That's their right. It's not against the law or unconstitutional to be foolish in America. But these are the same people. These are the same people who chose to support illegal immigration over the rule of law.
All I can say is that there is a lot going on right now. There's a lot of turmoil going on in Congress, but at the end of the day, we as taxpayers deserve to find out what our money is being spent on. I think we should all have a say, at least somewhat, in what they're just blowing money on. And people should be outraged by a tremendous amount of funds that are just going out of the door. $59 million here, $100 million there, $1 billion here, $1 billion there. Enough is enough. How long has this been going on? How far are they going to go back to see that these people have been lining their pockets? I don't know, but hopefully we'll all get the truth and it doesn't just get thrown under the rug. And, but you know how that goes. Maybe we won't find out, but I would love to see justice be served, because whether you are a civilian or in Congress, everybody should be held by the same standards. If these Congress people allegedly were doing insider trading, then they deserve to get the hammer thrown on them and put in jail, because people come for our taxes for the smallest amount, but I'm very thankful that Trump got rid of those 80,000 IRS agents, and put them to help with ICE. But I mean, think about that. 80,000 IRS agents spread out throughout the United States. That is like 1,200, 1,500, something crazy amount of people per state to just go knock on doors and, do unnecessary stuff. We're already paying enough in taxes. We get taxed on the stuff we buy. We get taxed on the money we earn. We get taxed on everything. So at what point can we get a break? Can the people get a break? Sheesh. If they weren't just blowing money, then maybe we could. So what is the point of being upset about them finding out where the money's going? Come on now. Come on. We got to do better. But hey, I think Elon and DOGE are doing a great job. Let's hope that we can keep getting more great news. They're almost at $100 billion in savings. So let's keep that going. You guys drop a comment and let me know your thoughts down below. You're watching The Unexplained Outlook. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.